Imran Web Squadron. Hope you're all okay. Not had the greatest last couple of days because I just started a project and it's a directory one, and for some reason some previous legacy stuff was affecting the website, so I've literally had to just start again. So I lost nearly 24 hours of time, which, if I lose time for no good reason, it really irritates the life out of me. Anyway, but I'm trying to get, well, I'm kind of back on track. Hey Gary, how you doing? Hey Paul, how you doing? I was in and out of the Paul's. Paul went live, but I had to go pick Raheem up, so I had to jump out of it. But that was good to kind of. So some of you are probably going to be live chat like fatigue right now because Paul did one, and now I've just jumped in and started mine. Hey Mia, how Eddie? Hi Harish. Hey Paul, there he is. I was just saying I had to jump out of yours. Got to quickly go get Raheem from school. And I was about to jump back in, and then you've ended yours. So I was saying, I bet people are gonna have YouTube live fatigue right now. I'm just working on someone's site. I might share bits of it on screen as I'm working on it. But it was this morning I was like banging my fists because there was a bit of a problem with basically the client installed a demo before they'd ever started working with me. But the trouble was, though, that dumb demo went and loaded loads of stuff in. So when I tried to start working on it's a directory website, the slugs were getting messed up because one of the demo slugs had the word services in, and even after you delete it, if you add services in again, it was services -2. Even after you optimize and you clean out the database and all of that, it still kept happening. And in the end, it was like, crap, I'm going to have to do a full-on fresh installation and start from scratch. So nearly everything I'd done yesterday, kaput, gone, finito, started again. Which, when I schedule what I'm going to do and I don't hit it, it bugs me like mad, right? You know, when you lose 24 hours... And it's not like I was working 24 hours, but when you lose everything you did yesterday and about 2 hours this morning, and then at 11 a.m. I went, I'm going to have to start again. Going to have to just start again. Start again. Everything's all right now. All the slugs, everything's okay. So that's a big lesson I learned, which I was kind of caught me off guard. Hey, Dave, how you doing? Caught me off guard that, you know, just on the basis of them installing a demo previously, just completely, like, it literally like latched onto loads of stuff in the back end, which was a pain in the ass. Hey me and hey Lena as well. Hope you're all right. I mean, I'm working on a directory website, and this is quite a fun website. However, what I have said to the client is that we cannot use the blogging facility that this theme gives her on her website, because I've basically said to her that this is atrocious. I'll show it to you in a moment, actually, what you get, because it is absolutely atrocious. So the theme basically creates it creates a blog like this, and I've said no. We are not going with this look. I mean, by the way, they're all categorized for their blog. I think you can tell it's a dog website. By the way, it's a dog care website, not a dogging website, all right? But it's involved with dog and stuff like that. And I've said to them, no. We're not using this style whatsoever. No. Not in my lifetime. We are not going to use anything like this at all. No, so I've said to them, we'll just create a brand new one, right? So I'm just going to, while I'm here chatting to you all, I'll probably be doing that. Hey, Sachin, how are you doing? How are you all doing this week? Are you having a great week? Are you having a good week? So I'm just going to go and create an archive template. And we'll call it blog archive template. Yes. That sounds awfully good. How did you find the bricks video? And by the way, I want to say thank you to Paul for sharing it in the WP Tuts group and the bricks community as well. That was awfully nice of you, Paul. I was not expecting that, but that was lovely, lovely, nice of you. I hope you like it. I don't take my time in that video. I'm very much like boom, boom, boom. Now do this. Now go here. Think about this. Let's now do a bit of this and that. So it was great. It was eventful. I'm quite proud of the video. I hope I satisfied a lot of people because I was using quite a lot of clamp for responsiveness in the video as well, and the class system. Sachin, can you help me with a free tool to import and export variable product in WooCommerce? So Sachin, what is the problem you're having? Can you explain that a bit more? Because you're saying you import and export. So are you doing it via the WooCommerce where you get to import products? Bear in mind, though, you got to make sure that if you already have existing products, you got to add to it. Don't overwrite it. Quick question for Paul from Harish there. You watched this video about PeerNet Grid. Is it worth the Now, I don't have hardly any experience with PeerNet Grid. I have a lot of experience with the Grid Builder, so I am biased towards the Grid Builder. I don't have any affiliate link for them, but I am biased towards them because they actually they do work. That being said, there was a bit of an anomaly with the Grid Builder when I was using a custom field. So it worked, but it took a lot of thinking. For some reason, with some custom fields, it works really well. With others, it didn't work well, and I can't work out why. Nothing to do with repeater field. Hey, George, how you doing? Hey, Crystal as well. Hope you're okay. And I am like, I mean, I'm looking forward to what will Elementor do with their loop post filter. I really hope they deliver because I'm pretty sure a lot of us are going to be annoyed if they don't. So I really hope they go and deliver something pretty nice and snazzy for us, because if they don't, I think a lot of us will be unhappy. Wouldn't you agree? If all it does is just give you categories and nothing more, or it kind of is like, you know, do you know what I mean though? Like, am I making sense here by what I'm saying? You know, how would you feel if, like, when we do eventually get the loop builder, it's like nothing much more than just, by the way, this website that I'm working on, their website is built with sections, which is, I don't want to say it feels old-fashioned, but it was a little bit like, ooh, we're now going back to doing stuff like this all again, are we? You are right, Dave. It probably will be online invigilation, George. So, George, when you do online invigilation of exams, how do you get to watch them? Are you watching them? Or are you monitoring them? How does that work? Dave makes a good point. The very first loop builder probably isn't going to be super, super great. However, you know, I hope it's not. I would like to think, right, that on the back of Grid Builder and what like Bricks Builder do as well, I would like to think we get more. Bricks Builder is... So, okay, look, I mentioned this in the Bricks video I did, right? If you are using the post widget in Bricks, you get the filter option, right? And it works. Brilliant. If you use the query loop, so you drop in a container or a block and you create your own bespoke post layout, the query loop does not have the filter option anymore. So you've got to go and look elsewhere. So even though I have said, wow, Bricks Builder got a really good filter system for products and posts, it's actually not that good, because the minute you move to the query loop, all bets are off. So that's a big limitation, in my opinion. Of course, you can use Grid Builder and other solutions. Now, if Elementor are going to do a post-loop filter, they've got to do more than just category, number one. It's got to be custom field. That's number two. It's got to do products and filtering there. That's number three. We've got to get price range, hopefully. But it's got to work with the loop grid. But it better be more than just categories, right? It's got to be more than just categories. To be honest, Harish, I would say, that I now have a bigger respect for how $49, even at 20% off, even $30 is quite a lot of money in India and other countries. I think I didn't fully respect that, but I now have a different level of respect for what people are charging or what they're getting. Yeah, exactly, Carrot. It's on the roadmap, but I would say if Elementor are now going to do theirs, it'll be a real shame if they do it. So to be honest, Harish, okay, I'm a little bit limited. There's Pionet Grid, which I don't use. There's Grid Builder. Before I even used Grid Builder for the first time 3 months ago, I used it for the first time 3 months ago. I don't know why I said that twice, but I used it for the first time 3 months ago. I checked with ChatGPT. I was looking around in other places, and I found a lot of filtering solutions. There's loads out there. But one that worked with Elementor Loop Grid Builder for me won hands down in its simplicity and how it worked. And what I liked about it was that the license I got with Grid Builder, I can use on bricks as well. I can use on basically anywhere where it works. So it wasn't like a tool that was just for Elementor. So watch out for that, okay? If you're just going to use Elementor, then fine. But if you're going to jump around between bricks and Elementor like I do, having a solution or a license that gave me, like unlimited on wherever I want is pretty cool, okay? So in some way, even if Elementor screw up the post-loop filter that they're going to come out with, we don't even know what we're getting yet, I won't be massively upset because I've got Grid Builder. So I'm okay. But it would be really cool if they had it all inbuilt, wouldn't it? Right? If you can get it all inbuilt, wouldn't that be like so much better? Wouldn't that be so much better? We'll go with something like that. Loop grid. Let's just get that in. So I'm just trying to basically I don't want my client to be using this, because this is not good at all. Okay, and I've said to them, look, I know this is not part of the spec, but I would like to give you 2 or 3 hours of my time out of the goodness of my heart just to set up for you a blog page and a single post template. Because here's the other thing that's even worse. It's awful. The single post template as well, it's all awful. Right, so very good point by Andrew, actually. Quickly says they've got a built-in filter. Very good point by him there. Maddie says, what is a good size to use for a featured image? Now, Maddie, it depends. Is your featured image going to be a full width image on any page, on a template or any page? If so, you got to think about 1920 by 1080. That then means, though, that when you are using stuff like this, you're going to have an image that's too big and it's going to get picked up by page speed performance. That's life. Deal with it. Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go, right? If, however, when you have the website and you do the single post template, you're not going to have it like, it will always be a 500 width image, even on a single post template, and it's never going to be a full width, then load it as a 500 width image, right? Because then when you get to the featured image size, like on the post or whatever, it's not that far off 500 or 600, even 700. There's always going to be a page speed performance, a recommendation. When you have a 1920, go down to that. That's just life. That's just how it is. But I would say have a think. So if your image is not going to be a full width image, hey Artif, hey Greg, hey Duckit, if you are not going to do full width, don't go for a 1920. Right? That's the most simplest way I would recommend. Yeah, so it's always thinking about what's the long game? What are you trying to achieve? Yeah, what are you trying to achieve basically? And if you can get that mastered and you can get that sorted out, you'll be all right. Why did I do that? Let's get the post title in. What did they have before? They had post title, the excerpt as well. So let's get the excerpt in as well. In fact, we'll use text editor because that works better. Let's change that to be the text excerpt like that. That's now kicked in. This is me just helping out a client who I'm working with them at the moment, but I'm really not liking what they're currently got at the moment, because I feel like this really lets them down in terms of presentation and basically just how it looks. I think it looks, in my opinion, pretty awful. So I'm basically free of charge as part of my time. Okay, I just want to help them out a little bit and give them something a little bit better and smarter than what they currently had at the moment. We'll go with a 1.8. So 1.8 is going to be 2.3, like that. How are you doing, Artif, by the way? I know you were working hard on your API. Hey, Ben, how are you doing? So I would love to have your feedback on the recent Bricks Builder video for anyone that watched it. Did you like the way I was using the CSS clamp with REM, with the class system as well? For anyone out there that's not using it a lot, do you feel like you learned a bit or not? Especially with the margin and the padding. Did you learn to start going, well, hang on, it's not just for font. We can do it for padding and margin as well. Like, who knew? Did you find that helped you or got you thinking a bit differently? By the way, it's okay to say no, it didn't make a sod all difference. I learnt nothing. You can actually say that as well if you want, okay? But I hope you've all come out of it kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to say happier, but I would like to think that you've come out of it knowing how to handle things a bit more on that. Yep, Greg, please do watch it. Hey, Linda, how are you doing? This week is really not a crunch week, but it is a slight crunch week because we've got another client next week. I want to get one of the clients we started yesterday finished off by Thursday, if possible. I want to get it done by Thursday, so I got Friday to do other stuff. And then I want to start looking into some more videos. I also want to do a video where I look at Elementor, the CSS grid. I did a video on it about 4 weeks ago. However, all I did was talk to you about how you could use it and do your spanning, right? What I really want to do, though, is show you how could you make that work for you in a web design. So let's say you were going to do a particular design. How could you use CSS grid? Because it's all good and well going, yay, hey, you do this, whoa. But how do you make it work for you on a desktop and a mobile and do it in CSS grid rather than Flexbox? Because sometimes there isn't like a proper right or wrong answer with what you're building. You can kind of get the same layouts either way. The difference is that with containers, you might end up having parent container and say 3 child containers. With CSS grid, you might just have one container and then you're spanning items. So your image might be like span 2 columns and 2 rows. And then you got an item here which is just 1 row and 1 column. And then you got another item that is 2 rows and 1 column. And then you got another item that is 4 columns and 1 row. Do you get what I mean? So you can start to have these like really bespoke masonry, abstract, artifact even, like designs. Hey Darren, how you doing? Thank you, Deck. I'm glad the tutorial has been good for you. Yeah, very true, Andrew. Yeah, I mean, to be honest though, I'm not I mean, I'm not like a master expert on what is the real best way to use clamp or anything like that. I kind of use what works for me. And I'm quite happy with what I do with it, but I do agree with you. Yeah, there will be better ways of addressing and doing things as well. I do think like this excerpt is way too big, so I'm going to just shorten this excerpt down. Excerpt length. What should we go for? If we go for 50, 50 look about right. Oh, that didn't apply. Why did that not apply? 50. Why did that not work? Is there a bug here? That did not work. The excerpt length that doesn't matter. Seriously, it does not matter because I've got a bit of code I can dig out from somewhere called character length, which I am going to dig out at the moment to try and do all of that. Nice one, Duck here. You know, and I'm glad that you're using the video, because what I share in that video is how I always approach web design projects. So what you see there is literally how I go about do it. Ducky, by the way, don't forget to hit like if you have not done like. No, Ducky, I've honestly no time to check Rive animation yet. Last week was the whole of bricks tutorial, got that done and out, finished on Sunday. And then I had to do loads of prep work for starting a new client Monday. Got 2 more code snippet videos recorded Sunday night, edited last night, got them scheduled in. One of them came out today with how could you hide sidebar items on the WordPress dashboard based on the user role. So that video came out this morning. So looking at Rive animation, just not at the top of my radar right now. Yeah, Richard's Domains, great to have you here. I'm really glad. Yeah, hey Linda, look, Linda, do what you got to do, right? Find the best way to approach everything you're doing, okay? I'm just going to go and dig out a video that I had done about character length, because I forgot. I do forget my own codes, all right? I'm telling you now, I do. Got to make sure the volume for this does not come on, which it did for a moment there. So here we go. I think this is the code I need. So if I go over here, so if you see here the text editor, right? If I go to post excerpt, if I go and type in 10, oh no, it's working now. That's weird. It wasn't working before. That's kind of weird. So if I go with 25, now it works. By the way, though, the word excerpt length is a bit misleading. It actually does it based on this is actually based on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20 words, right? So this is not completely true. So when it says excerpt length, it's words rather than character. So what I'm going to do is delete that, right? Go to advanced, go to custom CSS, and I'm going to drop in this code here instead. Now this code here actually is now based on character. So watch this. If I go with 3, you get roughly 3. If I go with 30, you get 30. If I go with 100, it will give you 100 characters, and I want to go with about 75 actually. Yeah, 75 is what we'll go for. By the way, this is a loop grid template, so I've still got to do loads of styling on it. Do you know what, Michael? It really irritates me when that happens. You do it, and it doesn't work, and then it works. Right? Kind of does my head in, that does. Just checking some of the comments. You've made my life, but that outro... Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Paul, right? The thing is, a lot of people... I mean, what would you prefer me to put as the outro music? What would you prefer? What would you prefer? Right? What would you prefer to have? The thing is, well, not everyone likes it. Not everyone likes that song, Linda. I don't think Paul likes it. Paul doesn't like it, I think. Quite a few people don't. Yeah, and Andrew, I'm glad you like my tip there, because quite a few people have said to me, but won't that affect your post and your products? I've lost count of how many websites... When did I first start doing that methodology? It was years ago. Years and years ago. I've never had an issue with a post blog website or a product website, or basically loads of websites out there where I zero out and I untick. Because do you know how many people have got like 1,000 images? And they're like, but I've only got about like 100. How did I get 1,000? Oh, is it because I converted? I went, no, it's nothing to do with that. I said it's to do with the fact that every time you load an image in, WordPress creates 5 or 6 versions, and you are, you know, you're partially stuffed at that point, unless you go back in and you basically modify it. Right, just gonna double check. I've got a feeling this code does something a bit peculiar, because I want this to be 75 characters like that. Let's hit save and close. Come on. Just change this loop grid to be columns 3. Well, that's interesting. Why has it gone so big? Hold on, why has it gone so big? Oh, that's weird. Why has it gone so big? Oh, I know what it's doing. Sorry. I think it's my CSS code. Remove the wrap bit. I think I need to go back in and double check what I've done. I think I removed the wrap, but it should wrap. It should wrap. There we go. White wrap, no wrap. Oh no, I do want it to wrap, don't I? Wrap. Now, why is it not wrapping? It's because that no wrap is taking it out. Damn it. I'm going to have a think about that one now. So I'm just working on something on the fly there. Has anyone had any previous experience with BuddyPress? Not for a long time, so I can't talk about any recent... No, Ben, it won't... I don't think it does count stop words. Hey, Alex. How complex can logic go with a basic elemental form? Can I do a form to calculate prices for train route? Yes, you can, but you would need to use Forminator. There's going to be someone here that says, oh, yeah, you can do it. But from what I know, you're going to have to use Forminator to do that. Because I have found that you probably could pop some JavaScript into the form and get it to work, but Forminator is your best bet. Yeah. I'm just going to post a question into... Whoa, I just realised something. I'm going to post a question into a forum that someone's just asked me. Yep, okay. So Forminator is a really good one. What are my thoughts about Elementor AI? I think Elementor AI is pretty good, but then again, you see, hey Avergios, how you doing? Don't forget to hit like. Elementor AI is, for me, Elementor AI is as good as any other AI out there. So here's what you have to evaluate. Okay, let's talk about what you get and what you don't get, right? So here's what you get. You get AI inside of Elementor. You can get it to help you write text. You can get it to expand on words. You can pop in a sentence and say, give me more, and it will. You can get it to help you write CSS and stuff like that. So all good and well. What is it not good at? It's not good at remembering what you've done. That's why I used... So here's ChatGPT and here's Elementor AI, right? So you want to save what you're doing, ChatGPT. And like George just says, Forminator has calculated fields Alex Savar. Right? Forminator is good. Free as well. It's free. And it comes with inbuilt PayPal Stripe fields as well. It's brilliant good, right? Exactly, George. I need to try Google Bard. I haven't properly, so where are we going? Elementor AI does not save your prompts. ChatGPT does. Elementor AI does not allow sequential. So you can't say, give me a sentence. Now make the sentence bigger. Now break it down into bullet points. Now condense it. To do that, you have to copy the answer and pop it into your prompt. And because the window is not expandable, it is very annoying to sometimes correct mistakes. ChatGPT can do that. There is a limitation as to what you can do with Elementor AI. ChatGPT, you can do, well, there's not really a limitation, really, right? You don't even have to pay for it. ChatGPT 3.5 or whatever you're using is fine, right? It's still brilliant to use. I feel like there's so much more you can do. Because can you imagine, right, when you do Elementor AI and you say, give me some code, and it gives you code. Then you say, now I want you to modify that code. You got to copy the whole code again and stick it in your prompt. And you get a line like this, right? It's not aesthetically good at all, which is why ChatGPT is bloody brilliant for that. So will I be using Elementor AI? Yeah, I probably will, on the fly. Will I be subscribing to get more credits to use it because there's a cost charge involved? No, I won't. Because why would I do that? I mean, I've got a big monitor. So I will have Elementor. Well, I got my email, Elementor, ChatGPT, other stuff, whatever else I want. I can just copy paste, whatever. Like, so in terms of like, if you're not familiar with ChatGPT, you're gonna go, wow, right? You're gonna love it, right? If you are used to using ChatGPT or Bard or Bing AI or any other solution out there, Auto GPT, whatever it's called, AI PRM, all these little extensions, if you're using them, I don't see the advantage. If you're not, then yeah, it's a benefit to you. And I think who else would kind of, how big is that monitor? It's 49 inches. It's 49 inches, ultra wide. So I'll tell you, like, so there's, if I put my finger on there, there's the tip, right? And then there's the other tip, like that. So if I was to go back and I get my hands parallel to where they are, there, it's like that. That's how wide it is. Like that. Super, super wide and super, super good. Sometimes I wish I had a smaller monitor because my camera is above the monitor to get the right, so you don't see the monitor, but then it means it's higher than it should be. Really, my camera should be here. So when I'm looking here now, this is where my camera should be, not there. Because by me doing that, I'm going to get a little bit of glare there, whereas there, not so much. How much is Forminator Pro? Atif, I don't know. I can't remember. You don't need Forminator Pro, though. You don't need Forminator Pro. Forminator Pro... Yeah, to be honest, Atif, you don't need Forminator Pro, really. Brilliant! It's brilliant! Brilliant. Do I really say the word brilliant? I don't know if I say the word brilliant. Do I? Do I ever say the word brilliant? Hey, Raheem.
Hey. We built the lawnmower.
You built the lawnmower. Is it working?
Well, we've not done it yet.
Do you want to go do it?
Yeah.
Have you eaten? You've had your sausages. Do you have waffle? No waffle.
I had waffle.
You had a waffle. All of it. You ate all of it. You literally ate all of it.
I left some.
You left some.
And put it on top of a microwave.
All right, but you ate your sausages.
Yeah.
How many did you have? 4, 3, 2. Okay.
But yeah. Well, I'm gonna go now.
Okay, bye. I'm gonna go now. Makes it sound. Oh, leave that paper. Leave that. Leave that. All right, shut the door. Okay. Do you know what, Dave? I'm very much in the same boat as you. When I saw it come out, I was like, wow, excellent. But the one-liner for the prompt and the return, I feel like they need to make the one-liner be expandable, and they've got to somehow allow sequential prompting, right? Where you don't have to keep copy-paste like that, if that makes sense. Because, no. He's gonna go out and the lawnmower packed up on the weekend, which annoyed the life out of me because it meant I had to go and buy a new one. We've had it for about 13, 14 years, and it finally just completely died on us. So I had to go get a new lawnmower. So I think he's just finished pulling it together or whatever. So yeah, hopefully they'll get the lawn mowing done, because I'm not doing it. I'm in here. I'm working. This is work, right? This is me doing some work. Even though I know we could stretch the word, work, right? On a live chat. At what point do you say a live chat is not working? At what point do you say a live chat is working? Well, I'm networking and engaging. So Artif, I mean, I would say, yeah, that, I mean, Forminator Pro only gives you the options to have electronic signature. So you could, in a way, create a form, like a contract almost, and you could share a document, and you could say to someone, right now, digitally, electronically sign this. Yeah, the yoga lives, that's not... Oh, really, Gary? Which yoga lives are you watching? Yes. Hang on, I think if I get rid of this line here, this shouldn't... There you go, now it wraps. But it doesn't work. It removes this bit here. Max width 75 character. I'll come back onto that. I'm trying to work out what I've done wrong. I've done something wrong there, but I can't remember what. Then again, though, it may still work. Oh, I don't know. Does my lawnmower have AI? No, it doesn't, Ben. I don't think a robot lawnmower would work very well with our garden. I think it would end up disappearing into the wilderness, you know. It'd just disappear into like a forest, and that's it. We'd never see it again, you know. So RT, if you want to have a way to use Stripe to take a payment and not use a Stripe hosted checkout or payload, RT, Forminator free comes with Stripe. It comes with it to take a payment. So Artif, Forminator comes inbuilt with the Stripe button or checkout. It comes with it. It's all built in. Same with... Oh, no, hold on. Did they change that? Ooh, let me just check now. Forminator plugin. Did they change? I don't think they changed that. Here we go. So the Forminator plugin, right? There you go. Oh no, Stripe is, yeah, they changed it. Stripe used to have it, but it seems like, really sorry. Yeah, they've changed it. That's a pain, isn't it? I know with PayPal you can do it. So let me just check. PayPal. Right, where is it? It should mention it. So, accept payments with Stripe. No, hold on. No Pray upgraded, compliant. No, hold on. It says here you can do it. So, Stripe and payment, PayPal, you can do it. So, which bit? Wait a minute. It said you can only do it with Pro. Why is it... No Pro upgrade required. Yeah, you... So what point do you have to pay for it? Oh, yeah. Sorry, right. So if you want to do subscriptions and recurring payment, then you need Stripe Pro. If it's just a one-off payment, RT, if you don't need... You can do Forminator. So subscription, you got to pay for it, Pro. But if you just want to do, like, pay with Stripe, you know, quantity, items times quantity... Then you do the formula for total price. Then the checkout is the total of all the total prices. You could do that. Would that work for you? Do I have any tutorials? Yes, I do, Duckit. If you go and do a search for Forminator, you should find, I think, 3 tutorials that I've done for Forminator. But conditional and calculated logic and all of that. So you should go and have a look at that. Yeah, Ben, you make a good point there as well. I just have to like double check what's gone wrong here. To be honest, I'm not really bothered. Like, do we want to show the excerpt or not? But yeah, like I said, the client had, you know, they're using the My Listing theme basically, which I think some of you will know that I'm quite, you know, I use quite a lot when I'm doing directory themes, and I have found that the blog filter system that the My Listing theme give you is tragically bad. It's not just bad, it stinks in what they do, okay? And if I'm going to work on a website for a client, I would rather give them the best I can. I mean, the deal is like this. I'm going to work on the My Listing pages, the back end, get their settings, get their listing types, get their fields, get their packages, their WooCommerce, get all of that singing and dancing. Sort out their homepage, the about page, the header, the footer, the packages page. Quite a lot. But not the blog page. But I've looked at their blog page and it needs reinvention because it lets the whole site down. And I've told them that just let me do it, right? No extra charge. It's going to take about 2 or 3 hours of my time. I don't mind. I'll do it tonight. You know, while I'm just watching a bit of TV, I'll do it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But what I'm going to do is give them 1,000,000 times better than what they've already got. Okay, I'm telling you, right? I mean, look, do you want me to show you what the so let me oh, this ain't gonna work. Sorry, wrong page. I opened the wrong page. Hold on a moment. Let me show you what the single post template looks like at the moment, right? So this is what they've currently got, okay? So this is the single post. Whoops, wait. Sorry, wait. I'm trying to... Right, so here's a single post template, right? Here it is. You got your title, right? You got your image, and this is it. This is the layout. It's not inspiring at all, is it? That's not inspiring. It makes me want to click away as soon as I go there, like, ugly, don't want to stay there, right? I just don't know. There's no point doing a blog post if you don't make the post when you read it feel inviting. Make me want to stay and look at it.
Just to let you know.
Oh no, it doesn't work.
It is working, but I'm cutting the lawn on my own.
Where's your mum?
Mum's looking.
Mum's looking. Watching. Mum's watching. With what? First aid kit. Shut the door, okay? Because if you get cut by the lawnmower, I don't want to be interrupted with blood curdling screams. Oh, anyway. So he's lawn mowing. I feel like I need to go out there. I feel like I need to run out there and go, no, stop this. You know. But like I was saying, right, before I carried on speaking and all of that, okay. It's pro bono work, basically. It's like, look, it's just one of those things where it bugs me. Sometimes there are some stuff that you see and it bugs you like mad. And I can't let it out my system. I just can't get it out because it's like, do you really, is this really the best we're going to do? Is this really what we want to be showcasing out there? I mean, it's your company. Don't worry about me. I'll get paid for this work. We'll never talk again. I know we will, but we may never talk again, you know? But it's going to bug me. It's always going to be at the back of my mind, always at the back of my mind. And what if we work together again in 2 weeks' time, 2 months, next year to expand on the website? And I come back to it and I again see that one thing that irked me, and I have the power to help them out. Because they're not why are they even working with me? Well, they're not that familiar with Elementor. They've got a directory website. They're using the My Listing theme, which works really well with Elementor, but they're not that familiar with Elementor. So they've reached out to me, blah, 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 blah. You know, we spoke to them beginning of March. Now we actually start the work. I can't do that. I can't just walk away. Now, if it was something major, like, oh God, this is going to take like a day or two to sort out, loads of work here, I would not do it for free. I would say, look, I'm not trying to upsell here. Take it or leave it. But you really need to get this done, and here's the charge for it, and here's why you need to do it. I'm not trying to make a fast buck here. I'm just advising you that you're going to let down your site. You're going to have a really smart looking website, lovely laid out, mobile responsiveness, all of this stuff going on, and then you get to that. And you're trying to get people to your website. So most likely you're going to be marketing not just a directory, but you're going to be marketing those blogs. You're shooting yourself in the foot. Because the minute your blog titles are great. You know, 7 tips for finding a good dog groomer. How to stop your dog shedding. 15 questions to ask a dog walker before hiring them. These are good questions. But when they click and they see a bad post layout, not everyone will stick around. So the time and effort you put in is definitely what you want to go for. Richest, I am on at this time on Tuesday and Thursdays. I'll be back again tomorrow earlier, but Tuesday and Thursdays I'm normally on at this time. Crystal understands what I'm saying. Hutch, how you doing? Is it possible to use CSS variables? Look, I mean, I don't want to give you a definitive answer on that, Hutch, because there's always going to be someone that will come back and go, no, you can or you can't. The way I like to do it is I have my formulas that I do. Obviously, you will have seen them in my videos. And that's how I like to approach it with regards to clamping of margin paddings font, sometimes on images as well. Malicious has got trouble resizing images. I don't use WP much and I'm trying to lose my mind. It's pretty much stock. Okay, Malicious, look, give me a few more details here. So what is the size of the image, right? And then what are you trying to show on WordPress? So is the image 1000 by 500? Width by height? And then how big are you trying to show it on WordPress? Okay? And I would love to give you some guidance, but it all depends on what you are doing, you know? And by the way, Richard, what Linda says is quite true. I sometimes start half an hour earlier, always, but not always, right? Not always. But if you are here, great. If you're not here, it's not the end of the world, okay? It's not the end of the world. So please don't feel like you've got to keep making it here. If you can make it, great. If you can't make it, seriously, don't worry. Just make these images be a cover like that. That will, I think we can go with 170 might be better like that. So default cover. Yeah, that's okay. Just make sure that this entire blog is link options. Well, hold on a minute. Change this to be a nav. Hold on, that's not right. Where's my dynamics tag gone? I'm just having a moment. My dynamic tag thing's gone. Where's it gone? It should have been there. What have I done wrong? It really annoys me when I know what I'm doing and then my dynamic tag disappears. Where the heck? Oh, duh. I was on column, custom URL, dynamic tag, post URL like that. That will go as well. That's a title. Content, that will go to post URL, dynamic tag, post URL. And this text is, no, the text won't. We'll leave the text out like that. That being said, though, I am now having a moment where I might actually use the call to action widget instead. So I might make it be a cover like that. I am wondering, that might work a little bit. Then again, the classic does work quite well. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's just change it. Let's just change it on the fly, okay? This is just me now being me. Let's just go and put in the featured image like that. Style. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with a full like that. The content will be the post title. This will be the post excerpt like that. Click that. Make that be 13 advanced dot like that. And then I'll just do all the styling again, all of that. Let me just check some of the comments. Yeah, I mean, whereabouts? I mean, I am in the UK, by the way, richest domain. I'm in Leicestershire, Syston, Leicestershire, so kind of East Midlands, kind of middle of the UK. Whereabouts are you? By the way, how many people are here from? Whereabouts are you? I mean, you're in USA, Arizona. I just read that now. But anyone who is still watching, why don't you tell everyone whereabouts you are in the world? You don't have to be specific. I don't need to know where your house is, but whereabouts are you in the world? Where are you in the world and what are you up to? Hey, what are you doing? Whereabouts are you? Right, okay, we'll get rid of the click here. Do we want to have a button or not? Read more. Now we'll take that button out. The link for this is going to be post URL, and we'll do it. Now here's why I've gone to the call to action. Now the entire box will link, okay? not just the wording that we had before. Let's just put the text over there. We'll sort out the hover effects. I don't want no hover effects at all. Let me get rid of that as well. I don't want no... Let's get rid of that. I don't want it. Let's get that transparent like that. There we go. No hover effect over there. Content. Sort out the typography. REM. I think I had 1.8. No, what was I doing? What did I go for? 1.8 medium, 2.31. Okay, cool. So go over here. I'm now talking to myself as I do this. All right. So 2.3. That's the wrong one. So REM is 1.8. That was a 1. Line height was 2.3 like that, but it's REM 2.3 like this. And the weighting was a 500, which is about right. And now we just got to sort out our box padding. So we'll go with something like 20, 20, and I'm going to go with 15 something. Like, I'm just looking at the screen. I'm just trying to get a feel for it. That's too much, isn't it? Let's go with 10. I'll come back on to working on there, my paddings and all that. Randy, how are you doing? What SEO plugin do I use? I use Rank Math. Neither of them, Randy. I don't use Yoast. I don't use All-in-One. I don't use Squirrely. I don't use SEO Press. I use Rank Math. I use Rank Math. Imran M, you're from North Leicestershire. Whereabouts are you? Whereabouts in North Leicestershire are you? North Leicestershire. What's that then? Loughborough? Long Eaton? Maybe? Sileby? Whereabouts are you then? Whereabouts are you? Joanna's in Orkney. Jean's in... we've got Hutch in Oregon. Well, you can see the words here. You can see the words here where everybody is. Mia is in Sweden. Winners of the Eurovision Song Contest. Yeah, I use Rank Math. I do like that. Tony is in Newcastle, working in Oxygen Builder on a site. Is that your preferred tool? Do you normally work with Oxygen Builder? And are you like potentially going to experiment with Bricks Builder as well? Because a lot of Oxygen people have they've either jumped or they're moving or using Bricks as well, or not at all. Mia, I think you're going to have a bit of a problem, Mia, getting Lena, your caravan, all your cats and dogs and birds and velociraptors and everything else over to Thailand. Oh, wow. Crystal lives in the mountains of Lake Tahoe in a... Really? Really, Crystal? Like, really? Like, wow. I mean, I'm not doubting you, but wow. That's quite impressive. Like, seriously. I don't know why... I feel like... Like, seriously, are you kind of like, you know, because that's actually quite cool, isn't it? You know, if you are where you say you are, that is actually really, really flipping awesome. So if I just go back to my page, I'm just getting rid of all these items that I've got over here. So now you see this entire box becomes what's the word, clickable, rather than me setting it up individually one by one by one. Let me do the typography here. Let's pop this down to be about 1.7, do a 2.2 there, and the box padding, we need more than that, mate. 10, I think 15, yeah, Yeah, we get away with 15, don't we? Yeah, cool. Right, save them back. Home of Toto and Tornadoes is Did I say Tahoe? Did I say Tahoe? I said Tahoe, doesn't it? Is it Tahoe? Tahoe. Tahoe. Lena will go with you wherever you want. I've used rank math. No, sorry, got that word. I've used Yoast. Never liked it, but used it quite a bit, quite a lot. Then I came across rank math and I was blown away. Now I know a lot of people, they like all-in-one SEO, Squirrely, SEO Press. There's so many different SEO tools out there. There really are. And they're all really good in their own right in what they do. Rank math for me is brilliant, especially when you're working with an Elementor website. Rank math is good as a back-end SEO on a brick site, but integration with... Oh, it's not Tahoe. Sorry, it's Tahoe. Tahoe. Right? As a back-end for your brick site, rank math is really good. As a front-end integrated, it is shit, okay? Because if you watch my bricks video and you skip to the rank math bit, I have two windows open. I have window 1, which is the WordPress block editor, so I can see the rank math. And then I got the other window next door, which is the edit with bricks. So I can see side by side now what I've got. So if I update, refresh, or whatever I do, edit that, whatever, I've got it there. I long for the day when Bricks Builder will have rank math fully integrated, because it's a long time coming. Would you agree with me? We really need it, because otherwise rank math now feels to me like Yoast. Do you get what I mean? You got to go to your block editor, you got all your stuff at the bottom. Who cares about that? Because if I go and modify something, I want to see the score change. I want to see what's happening. I want to see where I'm not getting the green tick. And I would love them to sort that out, like, sooner or later. Because we're waiting on it. We are waiting on it, right? So just to highlight to you, by using the call to action widget, okay... By using that call to action widget, we now do get, I think there's something going on here. It looks to me like there's a bit of clarity going on. There's a bit of a hover effect. But now this entire window is now the entire window is clickable than what we had before. And that's why the call to action widget for your loop grid reduces the amount of time you're spending with do this. Parody, what software do you use for sending contracts and invoices to clients? Well, we use our business account, so we have an invoice system built into there. But when it comes to sending contracts, I'll be honest with you, I just email it. You could use Atarim, which is really good as well. But I also just email it to them. And then we go from there. Because I just keep it simple. I have tried other solutions, but then sometimes, okay, let me give you an idea, right? My accountant, to share documents, I have to log into a system. And then I got to go here. Then I got to go there. Then I got to do this. And sometimes I really wish they would just email the goddamn thing over. And then I email back going, yeah, done. Because then I have to go here, and it does mean that everything is, recorded properly. When did you look at it? When did you agree to it? What did you do? And all of that. So it's great from that. But sometimes it's easy just for me to email them, get confirmation back, and then I move on after that. Paul, is there a way to is there a way to specify overflow to hide just for horizontal versus, but you'd have to identify them with a class name or an ID, And then you'd have to pop in a bit of CSS, I think, to specify the overflow is hidden or visible. But you'd have to do that with some CSS, and you'd have to give you'd have to give them a class name to pick it up, I'm guessing. Has anyone thought of enhancing performance by implementing static WP? To be honest, Imran, yeah, I mean, I don't. Look, if you want to go down the whole static headless route, you can, but I would say I've never had to consider it. I've always found that it's not like the be all or the end all at the moment. So I would say consider what is the payoff, what is the benefit to doing that. Right, so Gary, I have been looking into this and I'm struggling to find a good solution. I even had someone else looking into it as well. So at the moment, the mega menu, right, and all of that, the mega menu, the mobile drop down goes like that, yeah? I want to flip it as well. Well, I don't just want to flip it. If it's here, I want it to go up. If it's here, I want it to go like that. If it's here, I want it to go like that. Which technically is like an off canvas, but I want it to be that you hover and then you get... So let's say you got your menu here on the right-hand side of the screen, right here, right? You got like an icon here. I can't get my finger right. You got an icon here. You hover and a menu appears. Right? Mega menu is always like that, which I messed around with it. I tried a bit of code. I thought I was there at one point. I got really excited and then I realized, oh no, shit, it doesn't work properly. It doesn't work properly, you know. But I feel like that is, you know, that's what they need to work on. There's got to be there must be a way to change. There's got to be a way. Thank you, Richest Domains. I can't help it. When I play back and listen to my sound effects, I cringe. It is a 3-part window. The sand does not blow out at all. You know, it's cool, isn't it, Mia? It is really, really cool. Yes, so in effect, right, I have now given our client, or my client, a blog post template now, which I think is going to work better and look smarter than what they had before. Because I just think that what they had before was awful. I really do. You might disagree, but I think that I'd rather do a little bit extra for them, right? Yes, Gary. And Gary, you know what you've just said about the negative direction? I was going in and looking at the coding and the syntax and all of that, and I tried that, and it does not. Yes, that's exactly. Well, that wasn't the only problem I found. I found some others as well. It was awful. It was awful. Couldn't get it to work properly. And it was... it's annoying, right? It's really annoying. Because you would think that a feature like that would be really simple to implement. Stupid humans. Stupid humans. You know what we need, though, in here? We do have the Java sand trawler that goes across, right? What's missing, though, here is like a couple of Jawas. What we need are some Jawas walking across, right, in the distance. You know, Udini! We need some of them going across. And, I mean... There you go, look, see the speeder? Look, there's a speeder going across the screen. Did you see it go across then? Did you see that? And you can't tell right now, but if you get close and go up to the two suns of Tatooine, right? The suns are moving. You know, like when you get that, what's that? That haze effect. When you're looking at light over a distance, you get that haze effect. There's a little bit of that haze effect. Oh, so over these, you can't see it. There is the Even there, on there as well, there is that little bit of haze effect there, which is so nice. Right, it is so nice. Thank you very much, Richard. No one's ever complimented me on my shadow. Peter Pan, look out. I've been complimented on my shadow. You can place a SpaceX toy vehicle. I have to be careful I don't add in too many items into this room so that I eventually start tripping over what I'm doing. By the way, please don't forget to hit like. If you know any other WordPress web designers or people that you feel would appreciate or get something out of the videos we do, even the live chats or anything like that, please do get them to come along. And, if you want to share one of our videos in a blog post, or a tweet or a LinkedIn or whatever, go ahead and do it. I don't mind, right? As long as you don't claim to have done it, you don't say, hey, look what I did. That's now treacherous and, treason. But if you want to share anything out, go for it, okay? Did you like that, Gary? How many people here, when they hear the word shadow, would have instantly thought of Peter Pan? See, I'm one of those people that, when you see something as a kid, no matter how traumatic or horrific, it imprints on your mind. Not that Peter Pan was horrific or traumatic, but things in your life imprint on your head. Richest, I am making a YouTube live calendar and hope to put you really richest. Well, please do email me when you've done that. There's the email. I'd love to see that, not because I'm checking up on you, but I'd love to see what you do. I'd love to see your creativity and your vision and your, preferably not your belly button, but I would love to see what your thinking is and what you're doing there. So I've just got to double check and make sure there's no hover. Ah, yes, look, there you go. Found it. There was a hover effect over here, which we've now eliminated. We've now eliminated that. Okay, so I'm just going to double check now. How does this look on the mobile? Should look all right. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So we can publish that. Add condition, all archives. I'm going to change it to be post archive, by the way, just in case, because it's a my listing theme. I don't want it to mess up with anything else. Save and close that. So that is now done. Brilliant. Fan-dabby dozy, right? Fantastic. Right, let's now go and do the single post template. These are little extra things that if I do for the client, and by the way, look at their website. We haven't even, oh, what's this? Hold on. Yeah, we haven't built the header or the footer yet properly for them, but I like to keep the amount of templates we have on the website as lean and mean and slim as possible. Okay, so single post, and I'm just going to call it single post. I never quite understand why people give their post really complex names. Like, you go to some website and they've only got one post template and they've given it a really randomized weird name. It sounds like a planet from Star Trek. You kind of go, what is that? What is that? Why did you call it that? And it's one of those things that I never quite get. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why? Why? I might just use one of these standard templates, to be honest, because they haven't got a sidebar. They haven't got any author details or anything like that. There's no table of contents. So I might just use one of these standard layouts. I mean, I could build one as well, but I might just use... in fact, no. Nah, I'm wondering. Shall we go with a standard layout? Should we go with the standard layout? What should we go for? Standard layout, build a layout, standard layout, build a layout, standard layout. Let me have a think. Hey, Avadiz, you're from Cyprus. How you doing? Linda, I have a newly installed and not active fiber optic cable dropping down to 5 feet above ground. What? You got a newly installed fiber optic cable 5 feet above ground and 2 cable techs from the code. What? I'm trying to visualize this, Linda. My brain's kind of my brain is struggling to I'm struggling to get this into my head. I'm struggling to get that into my head. So I'm just having a bit of a think, right, about this client layout, because I'm because they're not, I'm doing this out of the pro bono. I'm just having to think about, do I just want to go with one of these standardy layouts? You know, do I want to just go with a standard layout? Part of me is thinking about, do I want to go with a standard layout? I might go, but then again, you see, sometimes I feel like it. Nah, sod it. Let's just create one from scratch. Because sometimes you see, you know, when you install a layout that's already predefined for you, you're actually creating more work for yourself. So I don't often like to do that. In fact, for that, we'll go with 1000 like that. Let me just pick up. I know you're wondering what the heck's he doing with his map. I'm just going to go pick up something I did over here. My philosophy has always been, when you do something well, like a header or a footer, just copy it over, right? You don't have to keep reinventing the wheel, so just copy that. Let's just go over here, paste that there. In fact, let me just copy all of this, right? Makes total sense, right? Let's just do that. Paste that there, get rid of the loop grid. And then over here, we will drop in the featured image, which will be at the top like that. We'll make it be a full. We'll go with a, we'll go with a full image like that. It is very, very big, but we will set it to be 100% like that. Leave it. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? That's the worst image I could have picked, right? So let's just go and put it onto something else. Let's go and pick. Let's go and pick something more exciting. Beginner's Guide to Hydrotherapy. 15 questions to ask a dog walker before hiring them. Let's do that instead, right? Because I feel like that's a little bit better, right? I mean, you don't really want to watch a cremation, do you? I don't know. I'm trying not to laugh here, but I don't think it's really what you want to be seeing, kind of thing, really, in a way. Does that make sense? Let's just copy that, paste that style over there, get rid of that there. You know, once you've sorted out your styling, just copy and paste, because things then start to get a bit quicker. Oh, Linda, I understand now what you mean. So basically, when you go to your mailbox, you've got a cable. No. Surely they've got to fix that, right? Surely they've got to fix that, because that's just not on at all. And by the way, if you are watching, please don't forget to hit the like button if you've not hit the like button at all, because, well, it kind of affects the YouTube algorithm. Now, we have been live for 1 hour, 18 minutes. I am going to shoot off now in 2 minutes just to basically finalize and completely close down and complete this little page that I'm working on. Yeah, I just need to get it done, basically. So I will be shooting off in a moment. But has anyone got any final questions they wanted to ask at all? Has anyone got anything else they wanted to kind of ask? Please do. Don't be shy. I mean, yeah, then again, you know, if you want to be shy, you can be shy. But please don't worry. So if anyone's got any questions, please ask it now while you have a chance, while I'm all over here. We have got, I think we've got a WooCommerce video coming out. I feel like we've got a WooCommerce video coming out tomorrow. WooCommerce settings. I think that's, no, is it WooCommerce settings? I might be wrong now. I think it's WooCommerce settings coming out. And that goes through the payment gateways with Stripe and PayPal as well. Shipping as well. I also talk about, I think that, yeah, and then I do a code snippet later on as well. Also, I've got some more code snippet videos coming out as well. Anyway, look, I am now going to jump off. I want to say thank you to everyone that's been here. Thank you for keeping me company. I hope I've kept you company as well. I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. Do smash the like button if you haven't already. If you know anyone else who benefits from my videos, please do share them. Take care, all of you. I love having you all here. Stay safe. See you soon. Bye.